Good morning to all of you. Mr. Syed Mohammed Beary, Chairman of the Beary Academy of Learning, Professor P.L. Dharma, Vice Chancellor of Mangalore University, Mrs. Chitra Sukumar, Senior Vice President, Schneider Electric, Shri Venkatesh Pai, Principal of the college, all the heads of the department, faculty members, parents, and most importantly, the students who are graduating today. It's indeed a pleasure and a privilege for me to stand here before you and address you on this very important occasion in your life when you are graduating after years of hard work, dedication and discipline, and you are today at the cusp of your a stage in life where you will be transforming from student's life to a career of work or maybe higher education. But this definitely, a graduation is the most important occasion, and I would like to, at the outset, congratulate all of you for having completed the graduation successfully. And today you are graduating, so please accept my congratulations right at the beginning. I also extend my wishes to the parents who have sacrificed a lot to make sure that you get a good education, who have supported you and who have stood behind you in all your endeavors. So today, let me just share a few words, thoughts as to what to look forward in the life that we are that now you are facing. Discipline, dedication, hard work are the most important ingredients in life. But most importantly, it is inspiration that should guide all of us. It is said that life is all about 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. You cannot go far unless you are inspired, you dream, and just inspiration and dreams are not adequate, not enough, because you need to work hard towards those dreams that you have made. I started my career as a research assistant at IAM Ahmedabad way back in 1989. Then I have got into the IAS. Let me very briefly share my background as my story so that you may understand that if we have a dream, if we have the inspiration, then we can really go far. I come from a village called Pavagada, now it's a town, in Tumkur district. I studied in a government school up to 7th standard. Then I studied in a rural high school in a village. When I was there, I didn't know that I would be an IAS officer. In fact, my surroundings, my environment never told me what IAS is all about. When I went to college, I saw that people are preparing for IAS. But when I went from a village to a college, I was not able to speak in English. So you can imagine what the situation of a student is when he or she is in a campus and is not able to speak English. We used to converse in Kannada, we used to read and write in English, but you could not speak in English. From there, I slowly started learning to speak, studying. Then I took courage to participate in a debate in my 3rd year. I wrote a speech myself, I learnt it by heart, and I delivered it first. I was very nervous. But then slowly, debating came naturally to me, and by my fourth year, I won a debating championship, inter-college debating championship in my college. And then we saw that some people are preparing for civil services examination. I didn't know what civil services is all about. When everybody was preparing, then I said, okay, why not? Then we started preparing for civil services. I studied, and then one fine day, when I opened the newspaper, I saw my name there at the 54th rank. So I went back to my village, and the villagers, everybody gathered, and my father used to be a school teacher. So like Bearys' grandfather, my father also was a school teacher. He used to in our village government school, and he was also the local imam of the masjid. So a lot of people gathered, and then they started asking me questions. Have you really passed examination? Have you really got selected to IAS? What does that IAS mean? So one elderly gentleman asked me whether this is above the Tahsildar or below the Tahsildar. So in my village, the only high office that people had seen was that of a Tahsildar. And the most important functionary, a government functionary in my village, was the village accountant. So they said, okay, it would be slightly above village accountant or below Tahsildar, or it is above Tahsildar. That is the kind of atmosphere that was there. And if you get selected as a first division clerk in government service, people would say, take that job, because it's a government job. You don't have to worry till you retire. And in fact, before I went to IIM Ahmedabad as a research assistant, I was selected as a cooperative development officer. I rejected that job and I went to IIM. Everybody said that you are rejecting a government job. How can you be sure that you will get anything else? So, but I went to do my research at IIM Ahmedabad. I used to apply for all sorts of jobs. Once I applied for defense services also. So I didn't prepare much, but somehow I got selected. I was called for interview to Allahabad. I went to Allahabad, I gave interview and got selected there also. Then I was supposed to join the Officers Training Academy at Chennai to be trained as a commissioned officer in the Indian Army. Somewhere I felt that perhaps this is not my career. I want to do something else. I went to Ahmedabad. I prepared for IAS. I didn't succeed in the first instance. I prepared again, and the next time I got selected, I went to interview. And in the interview, somehow I got some inspiration. I spoke well, I suppose, and I got one of the highest marks in the interview, and that got me into the IAS. And within IAS, you could be anything. You could, like a lot of IAS officers go through a career. But then I worked hard. I was called to join the Prime Minister's office, and I worked in the Prime Minister's office for 5 years. Then from there I was selected to go to World Bank in Washington, D.C. So why am I saying all this? I am not saying this to blow my trumpet here. I am saying this to tell you that if you aim high, you can achieve it. If you do not even aim, then you will go this far only. You have to aim high and you have to work towards it. That's why I initially mentioned that dreams are important. If only people had not dreamed, we would not have the kind of change that we have seen. If the Wright brothers did not dream that we can fly, we wouldn't probably have the aircrafts. They flew only a few seconds and they fell down. But still, that gave them the inspiration that yes, it is doable. Like birds, human beings can fly. Somebody somewhere dreamed something and worked towards that dream and achieved it. So therefore, as they say, that if you want a bright future, you should create it. Nobody else will come and create it for you. It is your job, your responsibility to create a bright future, to work hard towards it. So let me just say this much, that you are already highly qualified professionals. You are all engineers and architects in various fields, disciplines within engineering. Whatever your field is, try to excel in it. And look ahead of yourself as to where do I want to be in the next 10 years? And how do I get there? If you have that kind of a roadmap in your mind, and if you start working towards it, I'm sure you can achieve some results out of it. I probably did not have a big roadmap. I didn't know what IAS is all about. But when somebody told me that this is something that you can do, I said, why not? Let us try. And when you're trying, you should never be afraid of the consequences. Because you may fail. Like I said, I made 3 attempts. I failed in the first time, I failed the second time. In fact, when I was writing the third time, I was a research assistant at IIM Ahmedabad. It was a sort of dead-end career without a PhD. I was worried somewhere. What if I don't clear this time also? Fear is always there. A little bit of fear is necessary. It's important. Otherwise, it will make you complacent. You think that, okay, everything is fine. My parents are there to support me. No. Your parents have supported you. They have brought you up to this stage. Now it is your job to go ahead and achieve something. Unless we all dream, unless we work towards those dreams, we will not be achieving success. And success in life is not adequate. You have to be a better human being. We have to have empathy and compassion in ourselves. We need to care for our surroundings. We need to care for our parents. We need to care for the less fortunate people who may not have got the kind of education that you have got. So at some point of time, we have to dream to come back and give something to society, like what Mr. Bearys has done. He could be a successful builder and he could have continued to build his real estate, he could build his data centers, but there is no need for him to come back and start schools, colleges. The inspiration to give back something, that's how the life continues. Therefore, I would again like to congratulate all of you, and I would advise you and I would urge you to be optimistic. Whatever happens, be optimistic in life, have goals, work towards them consistently. Small effort every day is very important. There is something I saw one day, that if you have a number 1, and if you multiply it by 1 to the 1 and without any exponent, you can keep on multiplying, it will continue to remain 1. But if you multiply 1 by 0.1, 0.01, 1% per day, and compound it for 365 days, the number will become 37. Which means you put in effort of 1% every day. What is 1 today will become 37 by end of the day. If you don't make any effort, the number 1 will remain 1. So effort should be consistent, even if it is in small measure. When you see a huge hill and you want to break that, you get very scared. How do I break this hill? But then you do slice it. You make small contributions. You start chipping it away. At some point of time, you find that you have reached there. So make those efforts, work hard, enjoy life while you are doing it, because the journey is as important as the destination. So you have to enjoy yourself, enjoy life, have goals, achieve them, take care of yourself, take care of health, take care of parents, and then take care of the society around you. Let me conclude with a quote from Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius was a Greek philosopher, a Roman philosopher and an emperor. He said, if it is not right, don't do it. If it is not true, don't say it. Very simple words. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. So do the right thing, say the true words, and inshallah, you will be blessed with success. Thank you.